Hello everyone, I am Asha Best. Today I welcome you all in class 8th Civics, the second chapter Understanding Secularism. Hope you all are enjoying studies. Hope you all are going through the videos I am regularly posting. So here we begin with the second chapter of Civics. This chapter will study in two parts. So today we are going to start with the first part of it, Understanding Secularism. The important topics which we'll discuss in this chapter are the meaning of secularism. What is Indian secularism? We'll understand Indian secularism and we'll discuss the difference between Indian secularism and other democratic countries. So let's begin. India is a secular state. Here all the religions are treated equally. First of all, let's discuss what is secularism. What does secularism means? Secularism refers to the separation of religion from the state. Here what the constitution says that India is a secular state and it do not promotes any specific religion. In front of the constitution or the government, each and every religion is equal. They have equal rights and one should have the right to choose any religion of their choice as well as later to practice it. As per Indian secularism, everyone should have the right to follow their own thoughts. It means that whatever religion they want to adopt, they can adopt. As in this picture, you can clearly see that India is a country where different religious groups, they live together peacefully, celebrate each other's festivals and help each other in time of crisis. Now, why it is important to separate religion from the state? Before studying about this thing, one important point we'll discuss that the Indian state is separated from religion to maintain peace and harmony in the society. Otherwise, what will happen? If the religion and state will be mixed together, then the people, those who are powerful or is in majority, will start dominating the minority groups. Now the separation of religion from state power is important for a country to function democratically. Democratically means where every individual's right are protected. So to keep the state free from religion, or you can say state should never promote any religion to make the democratic country functional properly. Almost all countries of the world will have more than one religious group living in them. Not only India, there are many countries across the world which follow many religions in their country. Here in this India's map, the picture tells about the religions which we follow here and how we practice, are free to practice our own religion. Now, if majority religious group has access to state power, then they misuse their power to other religions. It might have happened like if the majority group, those people who are in majority and the religion they follow, if they are in majority, they can misuse their power and they can start dominating on the minority groups. Also, we need to protect the freedom of individuals to preach the religion of their choice. One more thing that should be followed, that here each and every individual should be given a right to practice their own religion, to choose their own religion and to practice it. As India is a secular state, here different religious people live together. As we all are different, still we are one. What is Indian secularism? Here in this slide, we'll study the three objectives a secular state should attain before being called a secular state, like that one religious community does not dominate other. Here no religious community should dominate on the other religious communities. Doesn't matter how powerful the religious people are of that community, should never try to dominate the other religious people. That some members do not dominate other members of the same religious community. It means that in a particular religious community, if there are some members who are powerful or rich, should never try to dominate the rest of the members of the same religious community. Now, what is Indian secularism? Here, as per the Indian Constitution, you can clearly see this word I have underlined also, that is secular. It means that India is a state where all the religions are equal. They have been given equal rights in front of the law. Now that the state does not enforce any particular religion nor take away the religious freedom of individual. This slide tells us that the state should not promote any special religion. All the religions should be equal in front of state. The state should never try to take away the fundamental rights of any religious group or from the citizens of India. Religious freedom should be enforced in the society. Means every individual should be made free to adopt or practice any religion of their own choice. Now the Indian state is not ruled by a religious group and nor does it support any one religion. Now there are different religious groups, but they don't have any kind of interference in the political system. The Indian state does not allow anyone to enforce any kind of religion on any community or group of people. In India, Indian state does a lot of things to ensure religious equality among us people and religious freedom in the society. The first thing our state does is that it keeps itself out of any religion. Okay, it do not promote any specific religion. It keeps itself out of all these religions. Now in India, government spaces like law courts, police stations, government schools and offices are not supposed to display or promote any one religion. As per this slide, no religious group rule or run the state. Okay, not a particular religious group rules or run the state. India is a democratic country. Here every individual who is above 18 years of age participates in the functioning of the government. All the religions are given equal value in a secular state. Okay, their value is equal. They play equal important role in the government. About this slide, we'll study in detail in the next part of this chapter. Till now, I request you all go through the video. Try to make your own notes. Enjoy your day. Thank you.